I hope it goes right this time. All right, so let's have a look. Do we get? I think we went live. Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to the stream. We are feeling good today. I have released a new TikTok. If you wanna watch it, here it is, and maybe I'll show it here on live because YouTube people are not gonna be able to click any links. Helgeir is here as well. Hey, let's check out my new TikTok. It's so good. I took it with one shot. Basically, no edits. No no manuscript, no transcript, nothing. It's just me and my phone, and yeah, it's kind of stupid, so don't expect too much. All right, it's in Finnish.
Jos tästä surkesta, nuhjusesta, märästä säästävyyttä jotakin hyvää keksiä, niin kun käy täällä liikkumassa, niin ei tarvitse sen jälkeen pestä ulkovaatteita. On sen verran märkää nimittäin. Eikä tarvitse kyllä käydä suihkussakaan, kun on munien myötä märkää.
I appreciate the TikTok having like view analytics. Like, what if you just fuck off? Like, honestly, like there's literally the subtitles. Subtitles are there. Oh man, yeah. That's it. That's all there is to it. And if some people find it funny and entertaining or enjoyable, I might do some of these like when I'm on my morning walks or something. It's so easy. It's literally like just taking a clip, having a one-liner or something, and then uploading it on my PC to do the subtitles, and that's all there is to it. It's just so easy, and yeah, I might do some more of those if people enjoy that. Oh yeah, fresh. Yeah, I was feeling pretty fresh. Very good, says Shage. Song from the US, Wet Ass Pussy or something like that. Okay, Shage. Okay. So Shage is feeling a little rousy this morning. I can appreciate that. By the way, Shage, how's your back and your shoulders and biceps? Because I've been feeling a little stiff. If you know what I mean. Throat is hurting. Shit, that's not what we trained. That is not the goal of the training session. Throat is hurting. Damn. Hey, take it easy. Maybe have a little bit of less coffee today and have a soothing tea. Don't push yourself, all right? And just enjoy. Just enjoy your sick day. Lotta says that all my 3 kids are eating like rekkamies in the moment, so it is very rare that there is food left for the next day. Yeah. I bet that's gonna be real expensive for the household when the kids start eating. Right now, our son, if my son could decide what he would eat in a day, he would eat takeaway pizza. He would eat takeaway noodles, takeaway nuggets, and a lot of yogurt. He really loves his yogurt. Like, oh my god, he's like, I don't know what's with the yogurt, but he's really like yogurt loving. And maybe like a slice of cucumber, and then more yogurt, and maybe like, you know, those not necessarily like candy bars, but you know, like some meal substitute oatmeal bars or something like that. That's basically all he eats right now. And yeah, he's not like super picky, but those are his favorite things. We shop for the week at a time like 10 liters of milk. That is like a true Nordic. That is a true Nordic, all right. 10 liters of milk and then another 10 liters of milk products. You know, like yogurt, and you have sour milk, and then you have cream, and then you have heavy cream, and then you have the cheese and milk. And yeah, this is one of those things I always find it entertaining. So you know, when I'm at a like a supermarket, you know, you're in the queue for the checkout, and you're always like kind of like interested of what the people in front of you bought and what they are like loading into the treadmill or whatever. So basically, I'm always like watching, and I'm basically like trying to figure out, could I or should I or do I want to go to have dinner with them? Like, did they actually buy something that I would enjoy, and could they make something that I would enjoy? And most of the time, like I'm talking most of the time when I'm watching like big families, like there's like mothers and fathers who are buying stuff for their like groceries for their family. Most of the time I can't eat shit. Most of the time I can't eat shit. Like, and that is exactly because of people like Ice Age. They buy 10 liters of milk and then another 10 products of dairy, and I am allergic to dairy. I am allergic to the milk protein, and I can't like eat anything. I can't eat anything they would do. You should not be eating shit, I mean. I know, but I am gonna be like spewing shit if I do eat some dairy. Yeah, like it's ridiculous how much dairy regular like Nordic family devours. It's always nice when your relatives forget the stuff and try to poison you. Yeah, and it's those things. It's one of those things that dairy comes in numerous forms. Like it can have a lot of different names. It's like everyone knows that hey, Ame is allergic to milk. All right, so that's kind of like straightforward. But milk has 100 different names. Yeah, it has 100 different names. It can be it can be milk protein, and there's like different names for like different milk protein. Did you know that there's multiple different protein milks, milk proteins? There's like I think casein, and then there's herat, at least in Finnish. I don't know what that is in English. And so they have all these stupid things laid out, and then there's obviously like there's cheese and there's cream and there's like all these different things, and yeah, people are trying to poison me. It's so easy, man. It's so easy. It's kind of impressive that I'm alive. Milk powder, yeah. Whey protein, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Lara says that my 10-year-old daughter ate yesterday as an evening snack a big bowl of porridge with jam, banana, and then casually steal 2 pieces of rye bread with cheese, vegetables, etc. After that, she wondered if she's still hungry. Hey, that's like Garnet. Yeah, that sounds like Garnet to me. Like she's always like stocking up, her supper, and then afterwards she's like, I wonder if I'm still hungry. Milk, chicken, pasta, and bread. So happy that your teens are not boys who eat even more. There is this annoying guy posting food pics and recipes where everything is covered in cheese. Yeah, it's not. It's like can you guys imagine my frustration and my kind of like crazy laugh when I'm looking at TikTok or really any other social media recipe post? Do you have any idea, guys? Because I'm gonna break this down to you, and once I tell it, you're gonna see it everywhere. So every like viral recipe you're gonna see in social media is gonna be covered in cheese. There's gonna be like ridiculous amounts of cheese. There might be multiple types of cheese. There could be like cream cheese, and then there could be like actual, bits of cheese, and then there could be like chunks of mozzarella or something. And in Finnish recipes, we always use koskenlaskia, which is I don't know what it is in what it actually is in English. I think it's tuorejuusto. Yeah, so it's just cream cheese basically. So every Finnish recipe has koskenlaskia cream cheese on it. That's like the standard. Then they're like just like dropping these flakes of cheese there and there, and then they're using a little bit of cream there, and just more cheese, make it creamy, make it nice. And I'm just like there, like, really, are you gonna do anything else than use cheese. Anything else. Because if I want to do this recipe, all I'm left with is the ground beef. All I'm gonna be left with is the ground beef. That's it. 6 slices of toast, some fruit and yogurt. I'm not done yet. Jealous, Ame? Well, kinda. But then on the other hand, I think the cuisine and it just lacks imagination. It just lacks imagination. And I think people are kind of blind to the fact of how much calories cheese and cream has. Like literally, guys, literally. I watched this Finnish TikTok recipe where he was doing lasagna, and I added all the ingredients up that he did. So he was like, he had like a ground beef, kind of like this cream cheese, like topping, and then he would like put cheese in every layer, and then put pasta, the like regular lasagna pasta there, and then do another layer, more cheese, more of the the cream, whatever. I calculated. I actually I did an approximation calculation of how much calories it had, and I'm not lying. I'm not kidding. This is honest to God. The Finnish recipe that was like, people were like, yum, very good, I'm gonna try this. It had 10,000 kilocalories. 10,000 kilocalories, the one tray of lasagna. I am not kidding. I'm not kidding. So yeah, it's gotta be good. It's gotta be good. It's gotta be good with that amount of fat. It was incredible. It was incredible. So yeah, if you're gonna have like a tiny sliver, that's gonna be your daily calorie intake. Yeah, so that's why I think that kind of recipes are, well, they're first of all bad for you because it's so much fat. There's so much calories, so you're gonna get fat. And the second part is that I think it just lacks imagination. I want food that has more veggies. I want food that has more fresh ingredients. I want food that has less fat, not more, and still be good, because you can do that. You 100% can do that. Tomato foods are really good idea for that. So tomato has next to nothing calories. You can do amazing stuff with tomatoes, and tomato sauces are my favorite. Like, I do tomato sauce all the time. All the freaking time. Chili sauce is another really good. Like, you can add a lot of flavor, a lot of depth, a lot of great feelings with chili. Chili has no calories. You can pour in a freaking bottle of chili, like a chili sauce, and you're not gonna get fat. You're just gonna get a little bit of a heartburn. Yeah, so I would really like, kind of like suggest people to take these creamy recipes with a huge pinch of salt. Yeah. Ron of Dawn, a good day. How's it going? Ron of Dawn, where do you get your calcium from? Sardines or... when I was a kid, I used to take supplements. So I had these pills that I had to do. Now that I'm an adult, I don't really take the supplements anymore. I think for adults, the calcium requirements are considerably lower than it is for kids and adolescents. So I'm not really taking any. Yeah, I'm not really taking any. I probably would benefit from still having like some sort of supplement, because I'm not really getting any. I do some oat milk or whatever. I drink that with my coffee and put that on my food sometimes, but I don't know if that has much calcium on it. Yeah. 5 out of 5 would devour. I don't use that much milk products in cooking, but we have started to cook a lot of Asian type food. Yeah, Asian food is the bomb, honestly. And this is gonna be my 2 cents about Finnish food and the Finnish meta food. I think we're gonna see a whole bunch of new Asian cuisines and Asian recipes coming to Finland. It's just for the fact because Asian food is superior in any way. Like, every way Asian food is superior to North American food and most of the European food as well. Like Asian food is so ridiculously good, and it can be ridiculously healthy as well, as long as you're not like overusing all the sauces, and you're not like like pouring everything with sugar. Like you can do a lot of like great stuff from Asia. Asian, Mexican, Syrian food are super good. Yeah, 100%. Mexican food can be amazing for you as well, as long as you don't ruin it with sugar. Hey, Jonttu gifting another one. Let's go.
Jonttu 70 gifted AT1 sub tulee Ovolla.
Jonttu being the MVP of today. I really appreciate that. Jonttu, kiitoksia avokätisyydestä. All right. Hey, guys. Good talk. We can continue talking about food, but let's talk about the game as well. So what do we have left? We have 3 days. We have 3 days time until our week is done, and when we have to release our alpha, when we need to be done. So that is the timetable. We have 3 days, and I kind of want to get into testing the. We need to start testing. We need to start testing the dedicated server. This is really important. So how this goes is that we have we have tested the game in our local little server setting. So we have tested that server works and client seems to work. But what we haven't tested is that what if we put our server and let Unity host it. So Unity has hosting services. And what if we put our server up there? Is it still gonna work? So that is a big deal. So I think we're gonna need like 1 to 2 days of testing with this, because this is honestly the most time consuming part of our process. It's gonna take time to build and then upload it, and then wait until it's done and then try to connect to it. So it takes a lot of time. I think we should get started with that today. But there is one thing that I would like to do before that. And that is the combat calculations and simulation. This is something I would like to do. And I actually had a kind of ambitious idea today of how to do this. So I was actually thinking like, what if we do kind of like this this combat simulator? What if we do this combat simulator 9000? And what is Combat Simulator 9000, you may ask? Well, I'm actually like thinking about like creating this. Maybe it could be another scene. Maybe it could be like this UI window. I don't know. But basically, you could like select what player A has. So you would have like player A, player 1, and then you would have player 2. And you could select what items it has. So I don't know, maybe it has like all the different weapons here, and you could select like, all right, so I'm gonna pick this weapon, and then it would have like all these armors, and you could pick your armor, and maybe you could even like tweak the numbers of the armors and the weapons, but you would like do this selection for both of them. And then you would have like, like simulate, and you would have like a button here that does like, I don't know, like 100 fights. This one would do like 1,000 fights. And you would just like, it would print out, like player 1 wins, player 2 wins. How many would be, how many would be going into each player's favor? And I think this would be really helpful in kind of like visualizing what wins in the long term, and kind of like to do the math, you know. So I think we're gonna build that. I think it's gonna take us kind of pretty much the whole day to do this, but I think it's gonna be really helpful. What do you guys think? Is this a good idea? Do you guys think this is gonna be a good idea? We have food and drinks. Dropping this vegan one for Finnish cheese haters. Actually, really good. Really good in tacos, tortillas, salads, and sandwiches. Tex-Mex taco topping, jalapeno and cheddar. Cool. I think the maths is quite simple. You could just write an algorithm. Yeah, it is fairly simple. Yeah. We have a very simple algorithm already. I just don't know how we would like test this only in code. Hey, it is the Blechman. How's it going? Good day, my friend. I think this would be like nice and visual. And if we gave it a little bit like calculate DPS and then calculate lifetime. Calculate DPS and calculate lifetime. What? You just care about who wins. Yeah, I think the winning is going to be important. It's not just about the winning though. I do wanna like figure out how many like hits it took for the win, roughly speaking, because I want there to be like real chances of 3-hitting someone. So there needs to be like a good chance that you're gonna 3-hit someone with you know, like a best weapon. You could write just an algorithm. Yeah, you could definitely do that. I just think this is visual. I think this is more entertaining, and I can't for some reason picture it doing it in code or like alone. And for that reason, I think I'm gonna do it like this. I think I'm gonna be doing it like this. And I think we should get building. Here. So what do we need? Chicom-san. Hey, how's it going? Hi, is the game in Unity played online hosted, or is it a standalone that has online multiplayer? Good question. Hey, how's it going? How do you pronounce your name? Is it Chicome? Nice to meet you. Is the game in Unity played online hosted, or is it a standalone that has online multiplayer? So for the alpha version that we are doing this week, it's going to be like fully online, and you need to join a dedicated server to play it. Chikome-san. Cool, really cool name. Where are you from, my friend? But yeah, it's gonna be fully multiplayer. You need to join to a dedicated server that is hosted in Unity game hosting, and that's basically it. For beta, I am looking for other ways as well. I'm thinking there will actually be a single player version of the game as well. I am actually kind of interested in doing like these self-hosted servers as well. So maybe some content creator wants to host their own server, and then people can join that. Maybe something like that in the future. But right out of the gate, we're gonna do dedicated server and fully online, and people need to join the dedicated server. So I hope that answers your question. Mexico! Oh man, I love Mexico, dude. I love Mexico. Nice to meet you, dude. Nice to meet you. I am such a big Mexico food enjoyer. Thank you for bringing the best cuisine in the world, all right? Thank you for bringing that to us. It means the world to us because it is cold and depressing. It's depressive in Finland right now, and we haven't seen the sun in a couple of months. So having that, having a nice burrito or having a nice taco with salsa and hot sauce, it just lights you up. Thank you. But hey, how are you? And welcome to the channel. All right, so let's build this. So I think we're gonna do. We could do it in here, but I think that's gonna require. It's gonna require some proofing so that it doesn't get used anywhere else. So I think we're just gonna do a new scene. Let's just do a new scene, all right? Let's just do a new scene. I think you can do a new scene here, yeah. This is gonna be like testing scene. Yeah, it's gonna be testing scene, all right. And let's just go in here, and we should make prefabs out of the manager. So let's do that. I'm gonna do a new folder, and it's gonna be called. It's actually gonna be in prefabs, and here we're gonna do managers, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do prefabs out of these, so we can use them elsewhere as well. Network manager, I don't think we're gonna do a prefab out of that, nor the save manager, but NPC manager, player manager, I think all of these can be prefabs. So let's do that and then move over to the other scene that we just created. So here we have the testing scene. I'm actually curious to how to make a server to be used as a CMS for games, but for gaming stuff. Curious on how to make a server to be used as CM. What is CMS? I'm not familiar with that. I went for the algorithm myself, and now every time player targets another character, I'm displaying the combat outcome. It's kind of boring, to be honest. Content managing system. Yeah. So there's obviously countless ways to do it. You can do it the traditional way that you have in like in generally speaking in software development. So you're gonna have like this. You're gonna have this API, and you're gonna have the backend that takes in like HTTP requests. You can do that. There's nothing really wrong with that. Or you can do like kind of like this modern way of handling the backend, which is more of a like this. It's more intertwined. So you have the server logic kind of like running inside your, like it's running like parallel to your game, and it's like basically the server logic and game logic are kind of intertwined. It's weird. I think it's kind of bad in my opinion, because it just confuses you what happens on server and what happens on client. But that's how it's done on Unity, at least, or that's how Unity wants it to be done. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a canvas. I think it does it automatically. So we're gonna do a panel. So this is gonna be our combat tester 9000. Oh man, every time I hear intertwined, I think of Blade Runner. I've never seen Blade Runner. I've never seen Blade Runner. Is it good? All right, so we have the combat tester here, and that's basically that. And then what we're gonna do, let's make it a little bit more interesting to look at. It's gonna be, let's make it a little porn, all right? Let's make it a little porn, all right? Pink. Fuck yeah. All right, combat tester 9000. And what do we need? Well, we're gonna split this into two sections. So we're gonna have player one. We're gonna player one parent, and this is gonna be like half of the screen. So I don't know, like something like this. So we're talking about what is 1920 halved 900 and interlinked 990. Yeah, I think it's 990. All right. So that's player 1 parent. Then we're gonna do player 2 parent. Bruh, you're gonna watch Blade Runner. I always mix up Blade Runner and Blade. So which one is Blade Runner? Is Blade Runner the one with Harrison Ford? Lol. Well, I haven't watched it, all right. So that's, let me have my like silly moment, all right? I'm not hurting anyone. I'm not hurting anyone. Oh, I think this is be okay. So 990 apparently isn't a half point. I don't know. Maybe it can be like 900. No, even less. 800. 800. All right, then we're gonna have like this middle section, and we're gonna do a new parent, and this is gonna be the simulation parent, and we're gonna do like this kind of like middle part here. All right. Okay, good stuff. We have to start from the APC. hey, sometimes like you're not the first moderator we have that has been bullying me into watching stuff. Like I hadn't watched Star Wars movies ever, so I did it like a couple years ago. And Kurmotas was like giving me the hell every time. Like, this guy hasn't watched Star Wars movies. So I watched them. All right. I watched them. Okay, so we have these. Let's figure out. So we're gonna do kind of like this weapon parent. And this weapon parent is gonna be positioned at the top. And let's just go a little bit lower, and then we're gonna like stretch it. We're gonna stretch it like this, and then we're gonna do this again, and this is gonna be called armor parent, and we're gonna put this like -400. Right, like so. And then maybe it could be like, so what did we have in mind? So we have player 1, then we have blah blah blah. So let's do a header. I think it can be just like a text, really. It's gonna be player 1 text, and you're gonna go to the top, to the tippity top, tippity top, tippity top. Player 1 gear. Player 1 gear. Alright. Maybe like a. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we have player 1 gear, then we have the parents here, and you can select them. And then what else? What else? I guess you could have like, I don't know, maybe you could like get the stats here to show. Let's do that. I think that's a good idea. So we're gonna do a copy of this, put it on the here, and this is gonna be called stats overview. No, it doesn't take an actual player. We just like select what we want it to have. Stats overview, and here's where we basically just write down what the stats were, and yeah, something like that. Weapon armor. Let's do 2 more. So this is gonna be called amulet parent. We're gonna have an amulet at some point, believe you me. And then a ring parent. It's gonna be -800. All right, so there we have it. We got a little bit of something there. We gotta print our stuff there. Then we're gonna do the same to the player 2 parent basically. So I'm just gonna copy these and put them under the player 2 parent. And if we let's see if we null the excess, I think it's gonna fix everything. I think it's gonna fix everything, right? Yeah. Okay, so we have the weapon parent, amulet, armor, amulet ring, and it's gonna be called player 2 text. And stats overview. All right, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the simulation parent, and we're just gonna put a couple of buttons. Just gonna put a couple of buttons here, or like we like to say, button. Gonna put a couple of button. So this is gonna be called I don't know, like 100. It's gonna be 100. So it's gonna be like 100 iterations. Let's make this button look a little more interesting. What is the opposite color of pink? Is it green? Is it green? I think it's green. So we're just gonna make this a little chunkier. That's good stuff. Good stuff. 100, and then we're just gonna do, I don't know, like 1,000. And just for the giggles, we're gonna do 10,000. This is gonna go here. Yeah, that's too much. And this is gonna go 200 or something. Yeah. All right. So we got 3 buttons. 3 buttons. And I'm just gonna move them a little bit higher. Okay, so apparently if you do that, it's gonna move them real ugly. Okay, that's really pretty. That's really pretty, you guys. I'm just gonna do an image on this one for my own sake. So we're gonna do like a little bit of a darker here. A little bit of a darker here. And the same to this one as well. Copy component, paste component, paste. All right, player 1 gear, and this should be called player 2 gear. Just out of curiosity, how are you drawing the health bar? Are you using UI slider? Yeah. I think we used slider back in the day, yeah. Okay, so we have that. Then let's add a little bit of a text here. So 2D UI image is gonna be called simulation, like sim iterations. Very good. And just drag it. Just drag it there. Sim iterations. Yep. And then we need we need to kind of like print out all the different stuff. So what do we want to see? I think we want to see like how many times player 1 won, how many times player 2 won. So this is gonna be called the header text. So let's just do a new text again. Drop down, scroll, view, scroll bar slider. Let's just do like player 1 wins text. Then we're gonna put it. We're gonna put it over here. Player 1 wins. And like so. Then we're gonna do this again, put it a little bit lower. This is gonna be player 2 wins. And then let's do like average hits, average rounds it took, or something like that. Average rounds. And make the font smaller. Average rounds. Do we need anything else? Do we need anything else? I don't think so. So we're gonna have how many times player 1 won, how many times player 2 won, and how many rounds did wins take approximately. So I think that's already starting to look like something. Let's just stats. Yeah, I think that's fine. All right, so let's get coding. So now we gotta do the actual numbers. And we gotta print out some of the stuff. So we're gonna do a new component. Let me just hide the chat. I think you guys are gonna be really looking at that now. So we're gonna do scripts. Where's the scripts? Scripts. I'm gonna rename this. I'm gonna rename our scripts folder into _scripts. So that the scripts are gonna be at the top. I am a coder, so it's just one of those things, you know. It's one of those things. I wanna have my scripts at my disposal. So this is gonna be the combat tester 9000, and we're gonna wait until Unity compiles. And I'm gonna go see if anyone has liked my TikTok, because yeah, it's a new video. It's a new video. Okay, so hey, it has 200 views. Let's go. 200 views and 6 likes. Yay! Awesome. I am like really popular. Really popular. Alright, so we got a combat tester and we're gonna put it over here. So what do we need? Scripts. Keeter gets it. Keeter gets it. Alright, so combat tester 9000. And what do we want to do basically? So first of all, we just want to print out all of our items that you can choose. So let's just go ahead and add the manager into the scene. We're gonna need some of that managers in here. So inside here we got we have item catalog manager. Let's take that into the scene, and we're gonna have references to all of our stuff in the game. So we're just gonna get like all items in the game. Or do we have like item catalog, man? Do we have a script for, or do we have like a method to get all equipables? I guess not. Let's do a couple of helper methods here. So we're gonna return list of equipables. Get all equipables. And we're just gonna go and let's see what the AI is saying. So we're gonna do equipable list, and we're gonna cast them into equipable, and we're gonna add them and return it. Okay, so that's very helpful. This is why AI is such a nice thing to have. So we're gonna do equipables. I think that's basically gonna do it, but let's do list of consumables as well. Get all consumables, and we're just gonna do the same thing here and hope that AI is gonna fill it for us. Are you gonna fill in for me, AI? Hello? Hello? No? So I can't believe you're doing this to me. Okay, so there it is. There it is. It's all consumables. Thank you. And should we... I think we ought to do like one with like two methods. So get all... We're gonna do like get all armor items. And we're gonna do one more, which is gonna be get all weapon items. Just so that we don't need to do it there. And let's see if the AI is gonna help us with these. Nice. Can you implement these two as well? So yeah, it's gonna take do a new armor list of equipables, and then it's gonna go over item list and cast them as equipables, and that equipable equip type is armor. Yeah, okay, so that seems pretty good. That seems pretty good. That just saved us like 10 minutes worth of coding, and I don't think AI is gonna get that wrong. Merge into pattern. Now that's better. That's better. Okay, so now we can just get var all armor items is gonna be item catalog manager instance get all armor items. We're gonna do the same for all weapon items. Do we need anything else? Well, we can do the amulets and the rings as well, but I guess it's not that important right now. Okay, so first we get those, and then we need we're basically gonna be setuping them so we can basically like instantiate these things that you can press and select. I think one neat way would be to use the toggle. I think we're gonna be using the toggle. So let's just do serialize field private transform. This is gonna be armor container. Then we're gonna have the weapon container, and then we need the prefab, so it's gonna be like the equipment prefab, and then we need the toggle, I suppose. I can't remember how the toggle works, but we're gonna see if we can figure it out for really fast. So now we just, I think we can use an existing UI element as the prefab. We have a couple of things that are gonna work with it, most likely. So it's gonna be weapon parent. I think we're gonna do like a grid layout group on this one. Constraint is gonna be fixed row count 1, and 100 times 100 seems all right. Then I think we need to do the toggle here as well. Is it toggle or chocolate group? It's toggle. Or is it actually? I think we need to have the toggle on each one of them, or how is it? How does it work? I think it's actually like toggle group is kind of like the. We are cooking, says Watsky. Yay. I think toggle group is kind of like the parent. And then you like individually have like toggle and they're kind of like tied to the toggle group. I think that's how it is. So we have the grid layout group. Now let's see about the prefab. So if we take an UI and I guess inventory slot. How's Watsky doing? Good day. So we have a couple of options here. So equipment slot, it only has icon, the background, and equipment slot. That's fairly simple. Then we have the inventory slot, which is the same, but it has the number on it. Yeah, I think we're gonna use inventory slot. I think we can do that. So let's put inventory slot in here and just completely break it down, unpack it, and we're not gonna be needing any background really. So I'm just gonna put that as black and some opacity, like so. So there's gonna be basically like all of these weapons laid out in this place. We're not gonna be needing a text icon. We do need background. We do need inventory slot. That's fine. We're just gonna rename this into. Been very slow morning. Just booted up computer and started working. Hey, sometimes it be like that. It's all right. It's all right as long as we try our best, you know. So this is gonna be like test element. Yeah, really good stuff. Delete that. We're gonna delete the inventory item. We're gonna create a new script to this. This is gonna be test element. Test element. And we're gonna put it inside here. All right. So what do we need here? So we're gonna need kind of like a public void setup test element. And I don't really know what it's gonna need, so let's just do like combat tester 9000. It's gonna take that, and it's gonna have a button, that's for sure. So it's gonna, I think it actually might not need a button. It's just, I think it might need just the toggle. So let's do a toggle. All right. So we're just gonna do a toggle, and basically we're gonna do a reference to the combat tester, and we're just gonna input it over here, and basically toggle on value changed at listener value combat tester game object set active value. What? So yeah, we're definitely gonna do this like on value changed if this is a thing. Is this not a thing? Toggle value. So how does the toggle thing work? How does it work? So let's ask AI real quick. How does the toggle component work? I want this element to work so that if player presses the element, the toggle is going to be set to true, and other items in the other in the toggle group are going to be set off, set to false. The combat tester 9000 is the script handling logic. All right, let's ask what the AI thinks about the toggle. In Unity, a toggle is a type of UI component that works like a checkbox in standard programming. It has bool value that can be checked or unchecked. To make toggles work as radio buttons, where selecting one deselects the others, they are usually grouped together using toggle group component. This way only one toggle in the group can be active. Assume that your test element forms part of a group where only one should be active. Combat tester needs to keep track of currently active test element. When setting up each test element, you should assign its toggle on value changed event to a new method that handles the selection logic. All right, it seems pretty straightforward. All right, so we're doing a couple of methods here, and then yeah, okay. So an awaked toggle on value changed at listener handle toggle. All right. I don't know if it needs the awake. I think you can just do it in the setup, really. But let's try this out. So setup test element. So why doesn't it know any of these? Like, does this need to be like UI active test element? All right, so in combat tester, we're gonna need like what's active. So let's create a field for that. So now we're gonna have this is gonna be just a game object, really. Suspicious comparison. There is no type in the solution which is inherited from both Unity Engine game object and test element. So it's just an object. Okay. Then this one cannot resolve simple toggle is on active test element. What? Handle toggle. Bool toggle. If toggle on. This toggle has been just checked first. Nah, I think this logic is dumb, guys. I think this logic is dumb. I think yeah, AI is just making it worse for me right now. So what I kind of want to do is that when I set up all of them, they're all gonna be set into false right out of the gate, and then when a player clicks one of them, then we're gonna like do a callback. We're gonna uncheck every other and then check the correct one. I think that's just the way it is. So let's just take this back. I don't like this. I don't like this. No. All right. So I think if we can just do like toggle. So is there like some sort of event on this one? So how does it work? I want a value changed. Add listener handle toggle. So let's try this. For some reason, it just doesn't know that. It doesn't know that. I don't get it. I don't get it. Unity toggle. Is it some other toggle? Yeah, that's what I'm actually thinking about. So Unity Engine UI. A standard toggle that has an on-off state. Toggle component is a selectable that controls child graphic which displays the on and off state. When a toggle event occurs, a callback is sent to any registered listeners of toggle on value changed. So it's on value changed. Huh. Toggle on value. Like, is it with a capital O? No. Maybe it's just like add listener. This is weird. That's just weird, isn't it? Toggle. What don't I get about this? So here we have a toggle, toggle, and what we're doing here is just toggle on a value changed, add listener, and we have these delegates, but I don't think that makes any difference, or does it? I don't get it. Have I? Okay, I have the UI elements again. That's probably why. Why does fuck? Okay. I think that's just it. That's just it. So on a value changed, I think we can just do the thing here. I think we can just do this here, right? Handle toggle. Put these away, that away, that away. Okay, so what's the problem? Expected a method with a void handle, so it needs some sort of a... Okay, so it's getting the bool. Okay, there it is. Now we got that. And basically when we press it, then we can just do, hey Ansa! How's it going, my personal nurse? How's it going, my dude? So what we're gonna do is we're basically just gonna do like combat tester 9000. I think this can be set to private just to make it more consistent with that. I'm doing good, Ansa. What about you? All right. So what we're gonna do is handle toggle button press, something like this. And we can probably do something like this. And we're just gonna we're gonna instantiate all of these. So go all armor items, armor item, and we're just gonna instantiate equipment prefab inside armor container, and we're gonna take that it's to the armor, I don't know, like something like that. And then we're gonna do item, get components, and it's gonna be the test element, We're gonna set this up, and we're gonna set this inside. All right, and then when they press it, we are going to be calling this one. Does it need any other information? Does it need some sort of information? I don't know, maybe it could send like... Maybe we'll send in like index or some sort of thing here. Just came home from the gym, had a month break, and now my muscles are screaming. Hey. Congrats. That's good thing. That is like good shit. You have done good. Now just focus on resting, eating right, and yeah, you are Gucci. You are Gucci. Let the gains begin. Minnie is here. My one screen just gave her last pixels, and I think I need to let her go to Romukuorma. God damn it, down to 2 screens, and that hurts. Oh man, that is a big F. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Minnie. I know it must have been devastating for you. Okay, so this needs to be. I think we're gonna do like. Hey. So what I think we're actually gonna do is we're gonna do a list of test elements. Test elements list, and it can be private. Doesn't need to be public. And we are gonna be adding this item inside. No, we're gonna add. It's gonna be this one, and then we're gonna do test elements, setup elements with this, and we're gonna add that in there. Now we're gonna have a reference to that. Do we need anything else? Where I suppose it could take like test element in, selected test element. Selected test element. That's a fun little thing to say. But hey, how are you doing? Apart from the big loss of monitor, I really want a bigger monitor. Like I think this is 24-inch, and then this is 24-inch as well. I want a 27-inch. The bigger the better. Am I right? So we're gonna do this. And let's just do if arg0 is true. We're just gonna go private test element, active test element, or something like this. I could be a little bit out of my hair here, but just do like something like this. And we're just gonna loop all the test elements list, and we're gonna go inside and disable it. Public void disable element or something. Set toggle to false, and we're just gonna do this. I don't know if the toggle group does it automatically. Probably yes, probably not. I don't know. Toggle is on, false. I think we just can do that. Let's see how it works. All right. Now we can just toggle group. So let's do the toggle group. Let's see what the toggle group lets us do. I haven't done it a whole lot myself, so this is a new thing. Toggle group. Toggle group. How does the toggle group work? Let's see. What does toggle group has? Component that represents a group from a toggle. Only one member of group can be active at a time. All right. right, all right, all right. So how does it work? Like, is it automatic? Do I need to set it up somehow? Toggle group, Unity example. Yeah. Oh man. So we're just gonna. Yeah, there's gonna be the component where you can set things on. Toggle groups allows for other toggles to be aware of one another, so when one toggle is selected, the other ones will be deselected. Setting up a toggle group will require you to create an empty game object adding toggle group component. I like to add toggles as children of the toggle group game object. Yeah, same. In each toggle element, assign the toggle group game object to the group component. In each toggle element, assign the toggle group game object to the group component. Wait. Yeah, it's a radio button, yeah. This lets the other toggles become aware of each other. In each element, assign the toggle group game object. Okay, so what do we need to like do we have something like toggle group active toggle, register toggle? So how does it work? There's the group. Oh yeah. So we gotta pass in the toggle. We gotta pass in the group. Okay, I get it. So we gotta put it over here, toggle group, and here we're gonna have toggle group, and I think we can just do like toggle group, no, toggle group. Game object this, no? Toggle. No. Toggle group. Is it the register one? Register toggle? Toggle. Alright, I think that's it. So I think we don't even need like hey, back day. Let's go. Mega Burger, nice to see ya. Windows is reminding that update to 11. I am 50-50. Should I do it today? Yeah, might as well, I suppose. Might as well. Yeah, I've been using 11 for many years now. Minnie says that I'm fine, but this really sucks. I have 27-inch curd as my main screen and two older ones. Vertical Samsung has been blinking and flashing a couple of times, and today it just doesn't give my desktop anymore. Now I need to put my bigger gaming table so that I can replace that screen. No one can live with two if I use three, and this table is too little for three big screens. No. Oh man, that's one of those things, you know. Okay, so I guess we don't need this. So we're handling the toggle. I don't even know if I need reference to the actual pattern, because if the toggle group automatically like handles the toggling, yeah, I guess we can just like set the background to, like, I don't know, do something like if this is true, we're just gonna set the background to, I don't know, like, I guess we need like a image or something. It's gonna be like the background image, and then just set the background image to something. Background image, color, it's gonna be red. All right. All right. And else it's gonna be, I don't know, by the way, if you can do this. Can't remember if we can do this. Let's do like a default color. Private default color. And default color is gonna be background image color. Alright, so does that work? I'm not sure if we need this. So I think we're just like basically inputting the toggle group. This is supposed to be called like armor toggle group, because we're gonna need many of these. And then we're gonna have a weapon a toggle group. And we're just gonna set up armor. We're gonna instantiate these prefabs into the armor container. We're gonna get the element, feed it us. I don't know if we need it. And then we're gonna do the toggle group. The toggle group is gonna handle the clicking. And we gotta like update the UI as well, which I think is gonna be the one that we gotta do here, right? I think it's gonna be one of those things that you gotta put in here. So let's do like handle armor press. Handle armor press. And but we don't have any information about what armor is pressed, do we? So I think we need to active test element. So I think this is gonna be like wish we had some armors to press. Yeah, test elements armor list. Active armor element. All right, and we're just gonna go and if this is true, we are gonna do like selected, what was it? Active armor element equals find test elements armor list find. Can you do just select the test element? No. X equals selected test element. When a Windows is assuming every user is an idiot, that's what every user is gonna devolve into. Which we had some armors to press. Will you be including the AME only items? What do you mean AME only items? So I think that's basically gonna be it. That's basically gonna be it, right? Now this needs to be triggered, so we're gonna do the handle toggle. So do like yeah, do that. All right, I don't know if that's gonna work. But we're gonna do that regardless. And then we're gonna do like update update stats view. We're gonna do update stats view, all right? And this is gonna be we're gonna need one text mesh pro. This is gonna be called like stats text mesh pro. All right, and we're just gonna do like Active armor elements. Yeah, I just realized there's no... We don't ever like bring the information about the item. Yeah, so let's do that. So we're bringing armor item. I think it's just... So what is it? What is armor item? It's equipable, okay. This is... Okay, so armor or like item. And this is do private equipable item. Item equals item. Right, and then we should have the information now. So we should have it active armor elements. So let's just like put into the text stats text mesh pro text equals all right, can you create me a rich text way of writing something like this. Defense. Active armor element. Defense value. And then lastly, strength value. Active strength. Active weapon element. Strength value. I know the syntax is wrong, but get the idea. Oh! Alright, let's see if AI can understand what the hell I wrote. Yes, I can help. I love that it wasn't like, hey, that's a really nice try. It was just like, yes, I can help. All right. So, status mesh, stats text mesh pro text. Then we do this defense, blah, blah, blah. All right, nice. So we're going to do this. And let's do these in a separate rows. So it's gonna be attack value, that's gonna be strength value, but we don't have these yet, so we're just gonna comment these out. And so there's no... Oh, okay, so that's not right. It should be the item. So item. I think it's not gonna be, needs to be public. Wait. Equipable item. So I think this needs to be public. Right? Alright, so that should theoretically work. Theoretically, it should work. I have no freaking idea. I think we kind of went overboard with this. IAB like, Ahmed didn't compliment me. I'm not gonna be nice to him either. Exactly. Okay, so now we're printing all the armors, and we're gonna be printing the other shit as well. But I just realized we aren't setting up any of the looks, so we need another. So there's gonna be, I think it's gonna be like sprite, and this is gonna be the item sprite, and we're just gonna do like item sprites equals item icon. Nice. All right. So that should basically be it, right? No. It's like this. It's like this. So this needs to be item icon sprite, and then that goes there, right? Okay. So now we are putting in the item. We're putting in the toggle group and the combat tester. And when we press it, we make it red, and then we are handling it so that we are basically setting the active to that, and we are updating the stats view. All right, I think that may work. It might not. It probably will not. It probably will not. But this is gonna be like epic. This is gonna be epic, guys. And yeah, this is definitely gonna take us the whole day. I just realized. Okay, so the test element needs to be a prefab. It's gonna go inside UI. And what do you need basically is you're gonna need the toggle inside. Yeah, we're gonna remove the button. And we're gonna add a toggle. And it's gonna be off by default. We're gonna bring in the toggle, background, item icon, and the item itself can be hidden, but that's fine. Yeah, we definitely have a new color palette. Okay, so that's basically it. I think we can hide this from inspector. Don't need that. Let's override that. All right, and then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna try to copy paste these. All right, so that works pretty nice. We can delete all of these, and we're gonna go into combat tester, and we're gonna set these bad boys. So armor container, weapon container. The equipment prefab is gonna be the test element. Armor toggle group. Armor toggle group. So we don't have that yet. Grid layout group. Just gonna copy this. Copy. Copy. Right, so yeah, let's do this. I think weapon ought to be first, so I think it's just a little confusing that we did the thing first. Okay, so did we do all the references? No? So we've got those for armor toggle group, weapon toggle group, and then the stats. All right. Does this work, guys? Does this work? Let's do a prediction. Does the combat tester 9000 work so far? I'm gonna take a piss, guys, and we're gonna see how it works. So how it should work? It should print out all of our armors, and you can press only one of them to be active, basically. And we should see the stats change according to what armor you pressed. Yeah, 9001 is gonna be like, it's gonna be so much better. Alright. Vatsky believes. Nice. I'm just checking. I think everything's kinda in place. Yeah. So it won't do anything yet, but it should basically print out all the armor. So let's see if it does that. Not set to an instant of an object. What was not set to an instance of an object? All right. So if this is the, yeah, we forgot to set new. If that's it, we are not gonna be positive for 5 minutes. All right. This is looking really good, guys. This is perfect code. If that is the only problem, we're gonna call that a win. All right. That's gonna be the biggest win. Hey, look at that, guys. Look at that. So we have beautiful thing. Okay. Okay, so it's so good. It's so good, guys. It's this game where you can make things red. Does it work though? Defense 21, 11, 16, 6. I think it kind of works though. It's not horrible. Okay, so I thought the toggle group was like only one can be set active at any given time. So what happened to that? Allow switch off. What does that mean? All right, so It wasn't horrible, but then again, it didn't work like I hoped. It didn't work like I hoped. It wasn't horrible. Toggle group. Why are you like that? I thought toggle group would be only allowing one to be active. Is there some like specific way toggle group needs to be set up? The toggle group component has an allow switch off option. This allows for the toggle to be turned off and none of the toggle elements be on. This allows for the toggle to be turned off. Yeah, toggle speed toggling. I'm sorry, Vatsky. It didn't work. I'm sorry, Vatsky. I know. I'm breaking your heart. But better luck next time. We're going to put all of this used by level 3 selection screen. Okay, so what went wrong? So we have the armor toggle group, and we are basically registering the toggle. Is that correct? Is that like correct? Is this the way to go? He did like 200 lines of code and 24 components. It will take some testing before it rolls. Yeah, it's true. But we did pretty good. We did pretty good. So I am a little confused though. A register toggle. Register a toggle with the toggle group, so it is watched for changes and notifies if another toggle in the group changes. Yeah, so this is exactly what I wanted it to do. But why didn't it work? Why didn't it work? All right, let's start this again. All right. So we got these set. Okay, so I don't like the fact that it puts the first one set allow switch off. So if I press that, yeah, it's just. Or maybe I'm actually just because I'm customly changing the color. Maybe that's just what it is. All right. So let's have a look at the test elements. So inside here, toggle is off. All right. If I press this, this is on and none of the others are on. Okay. If I press this. Alright, so it is still on. Oh, but hey, can you guys see it? The toggle group has not been set. It has not been set, so that's why it doesn't work. So what is the, how do you like toggle group? Oh no, it's not the toggle group. What the fuck? It's the actual toggle group, toggle group or something. Yeah. I just like completely misunderstood it. Now I think it works. Okay. I'm sorry, Vatsky. That cost you like thousands of channel points. I know it's devastating. I completely understand if you want to take some time off and do some therapy. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I just completely misunderstood it. This is perfect. This is freaking perfect, guys. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so let's do the same for weapons. Let's do the same for weapons. So we're gonna go into Combat Tester 9000. I'm just gonna change the order here because I think it makes more sense. So first we do weapons. So first we do weapons. Alright, so we're just gonna do the all weapon items. This is gonna be called weapon item. And then we're gonna instantiate these and it's gonna go into the weapon container. We're gonna get the test element and we're gonna set up into the weapon toggle group. And this is, we're gonna need another list. This is gonna be called the test elements weapon list. And that's basically all there is to it, right? So now we're doing that. And once we press stuff, we are going to I suppose we're gonna be needing I think we're gonna need a switch case of equip type. Wait, why doesn't it work? Equip type. We can do this. How to use the equip type here? I'm blanking out. I'm blanking out. Brain isn't braining. Give it var, not the type. Muuttuessa switchi. Selected test element, item, equip type. Yes. Yes. All right. And then we're gonna do weapon, and then we're gonna do basically this, but it's gonna go in active weapon. Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys. Sometimes you be blanking, you know. Like that. And then you take the test weapon list and you're gonna find it. And then you're gonna break. And then we're gonna do the same for armor. Then we're gonna do this. And active armor elements. And we're gonna break. And afterwards you're gonna update the stats view. Now we can do this, so we can do this. And it's gonna be the item like that. And we're actually gonna put this to the front. So it's gonna be like so. Let's see what's wrong with the syntax though. We need a plus, that's for sure. So attack value, active weapon element item, attack value. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Sulla on siinä 3 heittomerkkiä. One. Do you need one at the end? Tässä on varmaan parillinen määrä. Joo. Ootapas. So it's this defense. Blah blah blah. Comma. So it doesn't have a plus, does it? It's just a comma. And then you have the... I don't think you need a second one of these. And you don't need this. No? Blah blah blah. La la la. Then you have that attack value. So that's the defense. Defensestä se Yeah. And lastly, you should have that and that. So what's wrong? Do I have like... We do need one more though, so let's try to fix that. Ei tarvitse ymmärtää rivitystä. You're right. You're right. Thank you, Shoke. Okay, so attack defense. Let's do the strength as well. We're gonna put that in. So attack. Then we're gonna do the strength. Strength. Item. Strength value. Defense. Alright. I think that's it. I think that's it basically. So we're just gonna do that. And that's pretty much it. So we have weapons, we have armors. I wonder how this is gonna handle when this is null. Yeah, so this is definitely gonna be null. A man that has one way to format strings know how to format strings. My string formatting method has failed me. Yeah. All right. Null checking is very important. Yeah. So I hope this will fix the possible nulls because there is definitely gonna be nulls. What does this mean? I don't know. Might not work. It might not work, guys, but that's life. That's life. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Let's see if it works. So we have weapons now, we have armors now. We gotta do a couple more reference checks and then we can get cooking. Oli vähän nopeat kuulumiset tossa, kun piti mennä pihalle mukun kanssa. Eilen palelluin Alterac Valleissa, niin nyt vähän kurkku kipeä, niin vähän saikkuu kehiin tosiaan reenistä, niin reidit olkapäätin aika helena, haukat huutaa lisää reidiä. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so let's do a couple of references. So it seems like everything is right here. And in weapon parent, armor parent, there's nothing really happening. So I suppose everything works. Does everything work? Alright, that's not bad. So we have attack 5, strength 5, defense 6. Alright, that's cool. But we have defense 21 now. Nice. And with this we can yeah. Alright, so my only problem really is that the items are not in correct order. It's not like a big deal. Can we start the mayhem already? Yeah, so as you can see, now we have a quick way of selecting between all of the gear that we have so far. And we can see the stats. Now we're gonna do the same for player 2. And then we can start doing the actual calculations. So it's gonna take a little more while. Okay, so let's take a look at the parent 2. So this is kind of like player 1 stuff. Player 1 stuff. And then we're gonna do player 2 stuff. Do we need anything? Let's just... I think we can do like, I don't know, like player 1 setup. Player 1 setup. And then do a player 2 setup. So this is gonna be the player 1 setup stuff. Oh, do we have a Shroud fan? Shroud's got a supathon, fragathon right now, and he's been really cooking. Should we name these differently? Should we name these differently? I think so. Let's do like player 1. Armor container. It's gonna add the P1 to all of these. Should probably like put that as a big letter. Right. I find like this kind of thing like pretty satisfying. I don't know what it is about it, but I just like coding like these kind of like UI elements. I don't like doing UI, but I do like coding UI, you know? Alright, so all of this is player 1 stuff, and then we're basically like doing this again for player 2. We're just gonna do this for player 2. You could probably reuse a whole bunch of these, but fuck that, am I right? Okay, so we're gonna do this again. UI is quick dopamine, click button, get reward. Yeah, that's it. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing here. Mistä oot oppinut, että aion tehdä näitä? Jonttu, mä oon menin koodikouluun Oulu AMKiin 2022. Olin siellä 2 vuotta. Opettelin basicit koodauksesta ja miten ne ohjelmoi ja menin töihin pelialalle. Olin siellä 2 vuotta. Jäin lomautetuksi ja on nyt tehnyt oma. Eli töissä on oppinut oikeastaan kaiken mitä pelialasta tai pelikoodaamisesta tiedän. Mutta tekemällä näitä oppi. Alright, so we're taking that again, and we're just gonna be changing these to well, this is same to be honest, so that doesn't really make any sense. So we only have one prefab, so let's just, I think this could be like the test element prefab to be fair. And there's not gonna be another one of those. It's just gonna be the test element. And inside here, we're just instantiating the prefab into layer 2 weapon container. And no, it's the player 2 weapon container, please. And we're taking that, we're setuping it into player 2 weapon toggle group. And we're setting it to P2 test. P2 test weapon list. And then the same thing for armors. This is gonna be P2 armor container. And the same thing here. P2 armor toggle group. And add it to P2 test element list. And at the end of it, we're not gonna do anything really, are we? Handle armor press. So this is actually gonna be called like handle item press. And I think we need to separate these, so I think this is gonna be called like player one. This is kind of bad logic because we could definitely do these like we could do the same methods for both of them and not copy paste, but it doesn't matter because we're testing. So stay on your like just hold on, all right? So this is gonna be player 2. And we should have the text elements, so we have the P2 stats and P1 stats, and we have these, so we're gonna be calling these. Player 1 handle, it's gonna do its thing. Update stats view. I think this can be just inside here, to be honest. This can just be here. Fuck that. So inside here, we're just gonna change selected test element. Yeah. So this is gonna be the P2 weapon element, P2 armor element. And instead of that, we're gonna do this at the end of it. P2 stats, weapon elements, armor elements. All right, and then finally, how do we know we're pressing player 1 or player 2? So we need a little bit of more. We need just a teeny bit more logic. So when are we when are we on player 1 or when are we on player 2? So we need to set that in. So I don't know. Maybe it could be like bool is player 1, something like that. And we're just gonna go ahead and do private bool is player 1, like so. And then when we are handling this, we're gonna do like if is player 1, we're gonna go into player 1 and a little bit of an else here. Right, and now we gotta remember that we need to set up it. We need to set it up. So here, it's gonna be true, false. All right, that should basically work. There's probably some, like did too fast kind of error, but let's see if we get separate stats and separate UI prints. We gotta set it up though. Should we do another prediction? Can I have your points, Matsky? Pretty please. So we've got these things now. I think we're gonna, I think it's the fastest way probably to to just copy this. So copy grid layout, paste, grid layout, paste. Yeah, I'm not gonna do those. Then we need the toggle group. I don't think we actually changed anything on the toggle, so we're just gonna do the toggle. We actually need to do toggle group. Yeah, on both of these. Yeah, we're like 9,000.1. That's basically it. Now we need to set them up over here. Okay, so there's we lost all the references, so that's lovely. Let's do player 1 components and player 2 components. Should get a little bit of a distinction here. Alright, armor weapon container. I really want to change the order. This is just my little thing. I think weapon needs to be first. So weapon armor, weapon armor, weapon armor, weapon armor, okay? Vermei! The game has 2-player limit. No. This is we're doing simulations. If you're gonna hang in here for 30 more minutes, you're gonna see what's up. Okay, so weapon container and armor container, weapon toggle group, armor toggle group, stats, weapon parent, armor parent, weapon parent, armor parent, stats. And lastly, the test element. That should basically be it. It's not like we did any changes here now. That's all fine. All right, let's see if we succeeded, guys. Keeter, stop lying. All right, look at that. Look at that. So now, if I select these weapons here, we get updated stats. So for example, now we have, okay, so the calculations don't work. So there was a little bit of an issue. So the calculations don't work. Let's see what happened. So P2 stats text mesh pro, we're doing P2 active elements. So we have the test elements. Attack. So what's wrong? Player 2 handle item press. Oh, that's it. That's why. That's why. P2 test elements, weapon list. P2 test elements, armor list. All right. So there was bound to be a little bit of mishap, and there it was. I'm pretty sure that was it. Pretty sure that was it. Now we get to do the actual combat calculations. Yeah. Alright, so the stats update. The only thing I really want to do to this is the fact that I would like to reorder this list based on the rarity. So I think it's like all weapons, items, sort, and how does it... Can't you like sort to something? Sort by... Sort... How does it know what I want to sort it by? How does the sorting work? How do I sort by item rarity? You can give lambda expressions. Sort by love. I'm just gonna. What does it do if I do the sort? It probably doesn't do shit, does it? It doesn't know what I wanted to sort it by. I just want to see what happens. Alright, yeah, it does. It just gives me null ref. It's like 0 to 9 AZ, but I don't remember how it evaluates those. So inside this list of equipables, so all sort item 1, item 2, lambda item 1, item rarity compared to item 2, item rarity. Does it only take 2 objects? So what does this do? Item 2. Yeah, okay, so this is a little bit of a bitch. No, well, it could do it with the tier though. It could do it with the tier. I think we have like a item 2. I think we have the tier, right? Equipment tier. All right, so what happens there? Let's just comment these out for real quick. What does that do? What does that do? Alright, so it did put them, so best is now first. So how can I just flip the item 1 and 2? Do I flip them here as well? Does that change it? No. I haven't used that. I haven't used that before, so that's a new thing. That is a new thing. All right, let's see what it is. So I want to have the like black weapons first, and then black, green, blue. Yeah, this is exactly it. Nice. So that works. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's do... I think we ought to do this inside the item catalog. So get all weapon items where before we return the weapon list, we're gonna do this. We're gonna actually sort them over here. And the armor, same thing. So now we if I understand it correctly, we don't need to do it. I don't think we need to do it like many times now. All right, let's see how that is. I hate the syntax. Yeah, that doesn't make much sense to me. I think I've done some other sorting in the past, or like ordered by. Yeah, that's completely right. Awesome. That is awesome. Let's fucking go. Now, let's move on to the actual simulations. All right. So this is kind of like just setting things up, really. And next we're gonna do the actual calculations. So let's do like simulations and calculations. So what we need is a couple of buttons. Serialized field, private button, and we're gonna have like a 100 times button. Okay, so that doesn't work. 100 times button. We're gonna have a 1,000 times button and a 10,000 times. All right. Then we're gonna need a couple of text mesh pros. So this is gonna be the player 1 win text, and it's gonna be the player 2 win text. Did we have anything else here? Yeah, the average rounds. Average rounds text. Nice. Okay. Then we're gonna do these buttons. On click, add listener, simulate, and simulate 100 fights, and just gonna do the same thing for these. Can you make it print ouch to console every time there's simulated hit? We want blood. That's pretty funny. 1,000 fights, and lastly simulate 10,000 fights. All right. That's all there is to it, really. Now let's go into here and just start simulating. Let's start doing this. All right. Just start doing this. All right. So what do we want to do? So we basically want to do the calculations like we do in Combat Manager, and print out a bunch of numbers. That's what it is. So we're gonna let's take Combat Manager and just like see how we did it here. Let's just see how we did it here. So we have the calculate damage. Do we have anything else, basically? Compute player combat stats. So here we have the stats, but we already have those. We don't need to do it. So we're just basically gonna do the calculate damage. This could be, we could just get this from Combat. We could get it from Combat Manager, but let's just print it like a copy paste it right now. So we're gonna do this. Calculate damage, and it's gonna take player index. Okay, so I suppose that's fine. Player 1 combat stats. So we have this kind of a thing here. Okay, let's do private. What do we use there? It's an int array of player 1 stats. Alright, and how we do it is we are just basically so player 1 stats is gonna be this is wrong place, by the way. Should be here. I think this might work. Can it convert source type int? I mean, yeah. What is that? I've never seen that shit. Weapon element. Alright, so what's wrong with this? Change instantiate type to int. Change type field player stats to int. Blah, blah. So what is it now? Comma. What the hell is that? Comma. What does that mean? Is that like 3 values or something? I've never seen that syntax in my life. Have you guys ever seen that? I have no clue. I have no freaking clue, man. Message from the spaghetti gods. Yeah, this is the spaghetti gods. All right. So I guess we're just gonna do that. Yeah, this is a nullable. I know. It's nullable, all right. I'm not gonna be too worried. All right, I'm not gonna be too worried about that. And then let's do the same for player 2. And Geek Stories, how's it going? Yeah, I think you got a good idea there. We can definitely change to that. Yeah, to active weapon. Do the same for that. And lastly, that to there. All right. And yeah, I don't know if that what is the comma syntax there, but player 1 combat stats, damage dealer, player 1 combat stats cannot resolve what? Player 1 stats, player 2 stats. So Geek Stories says, hey, a single simulate int amount function makes more sense, right? This way you can assign it to each button in the inspector instead of having 3 functions essentially doing the same thing. Or am I missing some context on how you want to handle these? Int, comma, looks like a vector array of sorts, straight up guess, int, comma, is a 2D array like tile maps. Thank you for the input, Geek Stories. I really respect that. How you doing? How are you? Yeah. So I'm a little confused of why that is the case. Like, what if I... Yeah. What does these comma arrays mean? I used to play a lot of games, mainly Overwatch. Yeah, so I think you were right, Geek Stories. Three-dimensional array of integers. Each comma indicates another dimension in the array. So if you had two commas, 2, 2, 3. All right, so this is way too complicated. This is way too complicated. Like, why did it want to do that? Why does it want to do that? I don't get it. Why does it want to do that? Do I need to initialize these? So here, for example, when we are computing, what are we doing? We're just setting player strength 111, and then we are just adding them. New array, player strength. Right, so that's that. Player 1 combat stats. It's just that. Wait, why are we researching this? What happened? Well, my editor is suggesting that I use these commas here inside the array, which makes it like higher dimension array. And I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. So this is a little bit too complicated, really. This is a little too complicated. I think we can probably make this a lot simpler, can't we? So new int. I don't know if this is... Maybe we can just... Can we like initialize it here? So we'll put like 000 or like 111 inside. Can we do something like that? No, that's not it. Like, how do you initialize it? It's like 3. No. I can't remember the syntax. I'm generating paths over as it's already so difficult. Something else gonna wreck my brains. New int 3. And do you need to put it here or in bit? Like, I can't remember. Is it like this? How do I initialize my array to have 3 elements in it and the values are 111? Yeah, I think that might be right. Yeah, I think Keter, now you got it right. No, fuck the 3D array. No, I only want one-dimensional array. I think that's right. Yeah. "3D array, but like 2D, but 3D." All right. So now we have a player stats that is set to that. All right. So I don't think we need to like initialize this anymore, right? So now there it is size of 3 and there is ones inside, right? Hey Spectral, how you been? We are doing a simulation here and it's getting ugly. So player 1 stats, player 2 stats. Okay, so these are now correct and they go inside. Now we just gotta set it up correctly. So player 1 stats. Yeah, so that's not working out. Let's just do like more strength value, and this is gonna be active weapon elements, item, strength. And I'm just gonna do this, like do it manually. Just do it manually, really. It's kind of ugly, but I don't care. And this is gonna be this is supposed to be the active weapon, and this is supposed to be the armor. Now, like that. And then the player 1 stats are gonna be, I think you can just do like 0 is gonna be strength value. Someone touched my spaghetti. Alright, so that should work. Just gonna check these for now. How is that? So if it's not no, we're gonna do that. If that's not no. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. The nesting is too powerful. Yeah. Yeah, that can be a null. It's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's do the same thing for the player 2, and then we should be pretty good. We should be pretty good, guys. So this is just gonna be the 2, 2, 2, and this is gonna be player 2 stats. All right. Oh yeah. Geekstories is lurking as usual. How are you doing this type of project? Simulating stuff for a game are a lot of fun to work on. Yeah, I know. It's like Keeter, my moderator was like, hey, you can just do this in code and you know, calculate some DPS values. And I'm like, no. I wanna do it my way. We're gonna have a whole UI. We're gonna print the items. You can like select what you want, and then we're gonna like simulate. It's gonna be pretty. Well, it's not gonna be pretty, but it's gonna be visual. So now once we've got those, yeah, you only need like one. Yeah, I suppose you're right. So we could basically do it in a little bit of different way, but this is straightforward. Okay, so we are calculating damage. We are bringing in the player index. We got the stats, and I don't know if this is supposed to be like this, but whatever. So damage dealer, stats, damage dealer, damage receiver. Why am I doing this twice? If player index equals 1, then we're gonna do that. So I guess we're kind of like swapping them over. Is that what it is? Okay, whatever. Might be a little bit too complicated. So we're just taking strength, attack, defense, and then we're gonna start hitting. We're gonna do our calculations, which we are gonna be changing. And then we are gonna convert this. And we're gonna return range like so. And so that is basically like calculating damage. So we basically want to do fighting until we either one dies, really. So I don't know, should we like start a fight? Yeah, so this needs a little bit of thinking. I mean, doing it your way is the way to make a game with personality. Yeah, damn right, Spectral, you get it. You get it, my friend. So, I think we're just gonna do like 4 each. Or more like, let's do a for loop to be fair. Just a for loop, really. And we're gonna do 100 fights. We're gonna do 100 fights. And we're gonna do like start. How should we do it? So I think we could like do a fight, like have a combat, and then maybe that combat could return like the winner, and also some other stats. Or maybe you could just do it there. Yeah, let's not have it return anything. So we're gonna do like start combat or something like that. And so we're gonna do this start combat thing. Have it here. And what this is gonna be is like it's gonna take. Let's do some public values. So public int player 1 health, and it's gonna be 20 by default. And player 2 health, and they should be capital letters. And what we're gonna do here is we're basically gonna keep fighting until we have health. Either one has health. All right, so let's check it out. So if player 1 health is greater than 0, or player 2 health is greater than 0, we are gonna calculate damage, and we are gonna put in. All right, how do we do this? How do we do this? I guess we could do like a while loop. So it would just loop until this basically is true. So this is just returning the damage number. So I guess we're gonna do like while should this be? Yeah, let's do. Maybe we can do like a bool. Fight is on. Let's choose something like this. So while this is on, while fight is on, we're gonna loop this shit. So we're gonna be calculating damage, and we're just gonna do like player 1 health, player 2 health, minus calculate damage. I think we need we're probably gonna need another method there to kind of like do the switching. Player 2 health minus calculate damage, and this is gonna be like 1, I believe. And how do we do this? How do we do this? I'm blanking out again. Okay, so let's do player 1 health as well. And let's do like, I think we need like a field If player health is less than 0 or player 2 health is 0, it is all false. Yeah, I think this kind of makes sense. If we do break, I guess we don't need that. While true. While true. Horrible code. Alright, so does that break everything? Is this horrible? Is this gonna break everything? Hey, it's that time of the month. I would have made a flag for that. Billy.
Time of the month.
Apletsi with a big 42 months. Thank you Apletsi. Kiitoksia paljon, arvostan. Mitä kuuluu hyvälle Apletsille? Thank you. How are you, Apletsi? Alright, so basically I want to have a field. 42 months is nuts. It's absolutely nuts. So we're gonna do like a private let's do a public rounds, I don't know, like public int rounds spent on combat, something like this. And then we're gonna do another one of these rounds spent on average, and we're gonna have a couple of those, and every time we make to the end we are gonna be adding the round spent on combat. And if we start a new combat, so that means that we are coming here, we are rounds on combat, round spent on combat, this is gonna be 0. Life is good. Gonna go and visit my parents in a moment. How's the stream going? How's the game of the year coming along? The game of the year. I'm glad we got that settled. That's what it is. Game of the year 2025 here, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming together very nicely. We're gonna have alpha out this week. If everything goes right, we're gonna have alpha out today. Not today, this week. Right now we're doing some combat simulations so we can kind of like tweak the numbers to get more fair combat. And yeah, I'm making it a little bit difficult on me, but what you gonna do? You know? So we're putting a round spent on combat, and once we're done here, we are gonna how are we gonna do this basically? How are we gonna do this? How are we going to do this? So we're like round spent on combat. Break. So we're gonna break out of this. I think we need to do like so if player 1 health is less than player 2 health, this means that player 1 won, and we're gonna do like player 1 P1 win text, P1 win text. I don't know if you can do this. Maybe you can do like this. Can I do like plus? No. I don't know if that works. My heart jumped just now. Was sure that my tooth cracked, but it was just dental calculus. I had to Google what Hammerskill is, and that is the worst feeling. Like, yeah, Sometimes when I eat like really hard sandwich that has like super hard crust, and that crust like cracks from the bread or something, it feels like you have like a piece of tooth in your mouth. It freaks you out. It freaks me out at least. Yeah, Spectral, this is gonna be one of those things. I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, so here we're basically gonna figure out who won, and here we're basically like adding if we have done a round, and I think we're gonna like do a list. Maybe we can do like a public list, basically about the rounds list, and we're just gonna add that in there. So here at the end, we're just gonna do like rounds list, add round spent on combat, and I suppose we can do like a little bit of a calculations as well. So round spent on average is I think it's just basically like round spent on wait, so we basically we plus them all together. So round spent on rounds list, capacity. Is there like a way to calculate all the values in a list? Is there a clean way to sum up all the int values inside a list of integers? Jonathan, kiitoksia followista. Thank you for the follow. How are you, Jonathan? If it was a vector. Numbers sum. Okay, so there is. So what you can do is you can do rounds list sum, and I suppose you can divide this with rounds list count. Is that it? Isn't that average? So you plus all the values inside the list, and then you divide it with the count of the list, right? I think that's what it is. Okay. And then we're basically, I don't know if this adding thing works. I don't know if you can plus one to the text. To be honest, I think I'm just gonna be like sure, and I'm gonna do like player one wins. This rounds list a time value or object. It's a list of ints. This probably should be a float, to be fair. Then this is like player 2 wins. And so what we're gonna do here is we're actually going to do the player 1 wins plus plus. Player 2 wins plus plus. And let's just do like player 1 win text equals player 1 wins to string. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This is gonna 100% work. All right. Aivan nörtteinä, kyllä. Mitäs Latexille, moro. Guys, let's do a freaking prediction. Let's do a prediction. Does the Combat Master 9000 work so far? Oh shit. I am giving it a very, very small chance of winning, alright? So this has a chance to lose some rounds spent on average. Specify string culture. Can't remember what they were. Invariant culture. I think it's like F1. Pääsin kotiin terveystalolta. Tohtori diagnosoi kylkiluun murtuman verenpurkavan lihaksi. Oho, mitä tapahtui laita? Ootko kaatunut? I'm gonna try not to laugh when you're skewing the odds. So I think if we treat this as float, we're not gonna lose any values. Right? Yeah, I have no freaking clue. I think it's gonna crash. Guys, I think it's gonna crash, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, so I think we can basically do this, but just you know, like add a zero there. Predict. Remember to predict. This is gonna be beautiful. We gotta do the references. Yeah. I'm giving no promises. I'm giving no promises. There's probably a lot of like these small errors. We should reset the health. So whenever the combat is ending, basically. So here we're doing that. We gotta reset. So reset health. So player 1 health is back to, I don't know, default. And player 2 health is back to default. Yeah, null refs don't count. If there's like missing something that we can just like drag and drop, then it doesn't count, you know? Okay. It's just too much to keep track of, so we gotta give it a go. It's just too much. Let's see if we can get this bad boy running. All right. So inside combat tester, we need so the 100 times button, to the 1000 times button, the 10 times 1000 button. Then we need P1 win, which is this. P2 wins. And we need the average rounds, which is named wrong. Are we missing something else? Alright, so player 1 health is 20, player 2 health is 20. Player 1 wins. Yeah, they haven't been updated yet. I guess all there is to it is to just try it out. Yeah. So let's see here. So we're starting combat. We're just looping in a while loop, so we're reducing player 2 health first. We're checking if either of them died. Then we are reducing player 1 health. We're checking if either one died. And if we make a full round, then we're gonna add this. I think this could be at the start, to be fair, because I want like the first round is gonna be starting from here, right? So that makes more sense. And then we're basically just gonna loop again. So if these conditions don't match up, then we're gonna come back and we're taking another round until either one of them is dead. We're gonna break out. We're gonna add into our rounds list of how many rounds it was. Then we're gonna calculate the average. So we're gonna take the rounds list sum and we're gonna divide it with the count. And then we're gonna check who won. So if player 1 has less health than player 2, player 1 wins. No, that's not right. It should be the other way around, right? Player 2 health, what the fuck? Player 1 wins, player 2 wins. Alright. And then reset health, yeah, we're putting them back to 20, and then we are setting the texts on that and the P1 text into player wins. Yeah, that should work. I'm not sure about the calculations, but I think they are fairly similar. I think, guys, I think this could be a hot take, but I think this has a good chance of working. Yeah, this has a good chance of working. So let's give it a go, shall we? Do we have any null refs or like anything? No buttons. All right, let's try. All right, guys, this is exciting. This is exciting times. If this works on first go, okay, we already got a null ref. What the fuck is what is the null ref? Player object reference not set to an instance of an object. 167. So are these getting updated like before I even pressed anything? Yeah, maybe it'll be good if I just press something and then it isn't a null, you know? All right. So let's put like the other guy has cyan gear and the other one has red gear. So we have 15 attack, 25 strength, 16 defense on the left side. And we have 20 attack, 40 strength, and 21 defense. Let's see what happens when I press calculate 100. Come on! Come on! Unity gods! Grant me this. Grant me this strength. Guys, we got values. Guys, we got values. So we lost the text, but it's not serious. So player 1 won 14 of the time. Player 2 won 86 times. And it took 5.5 rounds in average. I think those make sense. I think we are correct. Am I like, I think we are actually like cooking here. Okay, so let's make it more like extreme. So it's gonna be black gear versus red gear. We're gonna press 100 times. Still 14 rounds won. Is that? We're not nulling those. Yeah, I just realized we're not nulling those. So that's kind of like not working. But I think, guys, I think it's working. I'm gonna. The prediction is gonna be true. So I think that those people who believed, you guys are right. I think they are working. There's a couple of hiccups, but I think it's working. So I'm really happy about that. So first of all, we are not nulling the combat numbers. So what we need to do is basically, if we press these buttons, we auto reset the values. So we auto reset like player 1 wins, player 2 wins, and the round spent on combat. No, the round spent on average. Yeah. Okay, so player 1 wins, reset simulation numbers. Let's do something like this. House always wins. Hey guys, aren't you a little bit surprised that they work? Just aren't you a little bit surprised? Player 1 wins, so this is gonna be 0. I'm gonna do the same for that, and then the around something. So the round spend on average is gonna be 0 as well. Okay, now let's fix the text. So the text was a little bit unfortunate. So basically what happened is that the average rounds text, let's try to do this rich text here as well. So basically it's gonna be like this one. So it's gonna be this kind of syntax. And I think that's how it is. Simplify string interpolation. Kinda OP. Alright, so this is gonna be the average rounds. And does armor give strength? No. And then we're gonna do like player 1 wins. I think that's how it is. So let's do this now. Player 2 wins, and then this is gonna be player 2 wins to string. All right. Does that work? Let's start rumbling. Guys, would you be okay with ads? Feel like gear upgrade should increase win chance by like 30%. Yeah, like this is the exact thing. Like now we can start to kind of like think about what the stats does. So for example, if I take green weapon and armor and against green weapon and armor, if we do 1,000 iterations, for some reason the other guy like won way more, which makes me wonder if this is correct. Yeah, I think that's correct. How can that be? Player 1 has like a huge advantage. This is actually kind of eye-opening because player 1 strikes first. So attacker has a like a much better chance of winning in this fight. I think that's just the way it's gonna be. 60-40, yeah. This just in. It's kind of like eye-opening how big of a deal it is. Is there a way to make the first attacker random? Yeah, like obviously you could do it so that there is a chance for the defender to strike first, but I kind of like it, you know. I think it's fair if that you have like the attacker's advantage. In this sim it probably should be 50-50. What do you mean? Like I actually think it makes sense that it's like kind of like 60-40. Because attackers need to have some incentive to attack, you know. But it's surprisingly much. Because it's not like, you know, one player is only gonna be attacking. Like it's gonna be once you get into this combat routine, it's gonna be like either player can attack first, just about food management. But if this is true, then there would never be fair duels in PvP. No, because it's not just one fight. It's a set of fights. So you're rarely going to be able to hit someone dead with 3 hits. So you're gonna be running away, and then you're gonna be healing, and then it's like it's gonna be another set of fights. Who's gonna attack? I meant the purpose of this sim tool. Yeah, I think randomize this simulator. So you're meaning that for the sake of this simulation, we should be basically randomizing this attacker and the winner, the defender. Yeah, I think there's a fair point to that. Yeah, so I think we should probably randomize who attacks first. Yeah, I think you should randomize starter and then count also wins and wins a starter. Hold up, you have the 3 attacks before you can disengage rule. Wow, this is classic. Yeah, that's the point. That is the point. We're doing the RuneScape Classic combat thing. So basically, here we are. Here we have the. So we're always starting with hitting the player 2 first. So we could randomize that as well. Who gets to go first? Just programmatically switch the first attacker for statistical accuracy. Yeah, you can definitely do that. To keep the simulation true to the game, it makes sense to keep it as player 1 as the attacker, player 2 as the defender though, else it makes the result more random and hides the true outcome, no? This is actually surprisingly deep. I didn't think of these things really. Yeah, it's true. Like I think we need to change them to attacker and defender. But if player 1 means starter, then that is the way to do it. Yeah. I don't know, maybe this is fine. Maybe this is fine. Let's take a look at the numbers. If we are changing the gear, add toggle for random. That could work probably. Just realized either can be attacker really, because you mentioned you can escape and heal, therefore the original defender could turn into attacker. Yeah, exactly. It's a set of fights. It's not just one fight. It's rarely gonna be one fight. Do you have escape and heal in this simulation? No. This is only like you're gonna be hitting each other till one dies. Yeah. Huh. Alright, so let's have a look. What if we put like green stuff for the attacker and then have like 1 tier better gear on the defender? Are we gonna get 50-50? Are we gonna get what are the odds gonna be? Let's see. So if we do 100 fights, player 1 wins 0 times. If I do 1,000 iterations, player 1 wins like 1 out of 1,000, like every now and often. So there's a huge huge change in that. Realistically, the one with better gear will be the first attacker. What if I have like a better weapon, same armor? It's still gonna be like very, very like. It's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be brutal. Also, attacker bad armor and good weapon against good armor, and attacker bad armor, good weapon against good armor. Okay, so let's do like cyan and this way. So defender has good armor and bad weapon. So now player 1 is gonna be winning all the time. It's gonna be winning in 7 rounds. Gear diff is true, yeah. Yeah, I think that's looking a little too steep in nerf weapons. Yeah. So we're gonna have... it feels like we gotta tweak the numbers a little bit, don't you think? So yeah. If switch the gear weapon so the defender has better weapon, yeah. So if attacker comes with a green weapon but a cyan armor, and the defender has a cyan weapon and a green armor, now it's still gonna be defender party. So weapon rules. Weapon rules. Yeah. We have entered the balancing hell. So weapon means that it's better than anything else at this point. Yeah. 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 If we put a dragon sword to this guy, it's gonna turn upside down. I think 1 tier better should negate 1 tier better weapon. Yeah, now this is kind of like it's really, it comes down to how do we calculate things. I don't think we're gonna like find truth in this simulator. I think we need to like think about it, think about the design. What do we want to like accomplish? And then we can like we can kind of get the we can kind of like get the final word out of this, but I don't think this is going to make us a lot of wiser. We need to add player 3 Watsky. How do you feel about the initiative skill? Like at the start of combat, roll with the skill, which one hits first? I like that idea for the other type of combat that we're gonna have in the future. There's gonna be more tiers in the future. So there's gonna be 2 different combats. So there's gonna be the wilderness, which is the one we have right now. And then there's gonna be the duel. There's gonna be 2 different combats in the future. So dueling is gonna be like this honorable fight, and I think this is going to implement what you guys are worried about. So we're gonna do like roll who goes first, or something like that, and it's gonna be to the death. I'm still a little bit like I'm up for debate if this is gonna be the case, but there's basically gonna be like this dueling where you can request a duel with someone, and then it's gonna be like more of a honorable fight. And then the wilderness one is gonna be free for all. It's gonna be free for all, and there's gonna be the initiator advantage. Initiator advantage, and you can flee and heal. Basically. Risk of third party basically. No risk of third party. So these are the two combat types that I have in my mind. And the dueling is gonna come to the beta. And it's gonna be a little bit different. But the wilderness is gonna be like the RuneScape experience. So there's gonna be a lot of like these confusing and messed up fights where a lot of people are fighting, and then there can be third party. There can be like you know a lot of different things happening. A lot of running and healing, and that's just the kind of like the dopamine of it is to see if you can 3-hit someone, and if someone runs out of food, they're gonna be like really vulnerable, and it's this whole dynamic. Now the numbers don't lie, so this is actually kind of shocking. Is that if you like, it's actually 60-40 if you attack. Doesn't matter what gear you have. If it's the same gear, you're gonna be doing that. There's one thing I wanna see. So what if you are wearing worst gear and a dragon gear attacks you? How many rounds? How many rounds does it take? Are we crashing? What is happening? 10,000 and player 2 wins 0. But it's still taking 6 rounds. Is that right? That can't be right, can it? That can't be right. Yerps, how's it going? 6 rounds. I have a feeling that's probably not right. Let's actually take a look at the... I think we can see the lists. So in here, round... So yeah, the rounds list, we don't clear the rounds list, so that's why it doesn't upgrade. So the rounds list needs to be cleared after every fight as well. Reset simulation numbers, so rounds list clear. Yeah, I'm like, that can't be right. That can't be right that it takes so many rounds. Because I want there to be a real chance of 3-hitting someone. It is literally the salt of this game, so that you can be so powerful you can 3-hit someone. Okay, so let's try this again. So dragon stuff against black armor. Average round 5. Average round 5. I think that's probably alright. I wonder how many, like, what is the variance? Like, how many does it vary? Yeah, there is a missed chance. It's the least missed chance you can have is 10%. Yeah. I'm clamping the value of hitting so that you can have I think it's like 90% chance of hitting is the highest you can have. So you are gonna be missing even with the best weapon. So 5. With 5 hits you would be averaging. Let's print out how many it's like really. I want to see the different values. So let's do a log of rounds spent on combat. So we see what kind of values we're getting. I think technically you could be able to two-shot someone. I think that's a possibility. All right, so we got dragon gear against black. Let's do 1,000. So here's gonna be the values. So 4, 5, 3, 5, 5, 7, 8, 4. What is the smallest? Can we find a 2? So let's do collapse. So we're mostly getting, so we can see the distribution here. So we're mostly getting 4 and 5s. We're mostly getting 4 and 5s. We are getting some 3 hits. But we're getting a lot of like 6, 7, and 8s as well. Well, 8 is fairly rare. I think there should be a chance of 2 hitting someone if you're like in this kind of disparity. With 10% miss, you have a 72.9% chance that you don't miss with first 3 hits. So that means that with a big enough pool, 30% of matches should go 4 rounds. Yeah, I think you're onto something. Yeah. So let's do this, but for the damage. So I want to see the damage now. So what kind of damage numbers are we doing? So let's just do... I think we can do it here where we're returning. So... calculate number. But what kind of miss percentage is in the simulation? So it's the same thing. So here we are doing the hit chance. So we are clamping the value from 0.1 to 0.9. So even with the worst, trashiest of the trashiest weapon, you're gonna have at least 10% chance, or you're gonna have exact 10% chance of hitting. And even with the best weapon against the worst armor, you're gonna have 90% chance of hitting. So that is the hit chance. And yeah, let's do our final damage number, and it's gonna be this. So we can log it. We can log the final number. So what kind of numbers are we getting? I think we ought to do the player index getting hit. And damage. This is interesting. If you guys think this is interesting, drop a follow. I would really value that. We are on the road to, I think, 3.5k followers, so that's really cool stuff. So again, let's do black armor against, no, let's do dragon armor against black, and see what the damages look like. So there's a lot of player index 0 getting 1 damage to them. Yeah, so the dragon guy isn't getting really hit, or if he is, he's getting hit by 1. So that sounds about right. Then player index 1, so this is the player 2. They are getting hit by 4s, 6s. There are a bunch of 9s, but never bigger number than 9. Yeah, I think that needs to change. I think we need to buff the we need to buff the dragon gear. If you're only hitting 9s against black armor, like that's not right. That is not right. Let's see what happens if I just go ahead and tweak. Let's just take like dragon sword, and it's gonna give strength 50 now. It's gonna be 50 now. And what happens to the values? What happens now if I have it on 50? All right, so boom. We are getting 10s. We are getting 11. So 11, 10. 11 is getting hit 360 times. 10 is getting hit 350 times. 9 is 350 times. 8 is 340 times. 7, yeah. So that's more like it, I think. 11. So now we would be, yeah, we lost average rounds like 0.7 or 0.8. So we are definitely doing more damage now. I think we could still be looking at a higher number, 11 against black armor. What about if we do like, so the other guy has green armor. Let's clear this. If the other guy has green armor, then we are gonna be having 10, 11. There's still 11. Yeah. So it doesn't really like change much. It doesn't change much. I think defense could be buffed a little bit as well. If the other guy is wearing cyan, are we still seeing 11s? Okay, so if the other guy is wearing cyan, then we are not gonna see 11s, we're gonna see 10s. So I think defense could be ramping up higher. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So if you were like a red sword against a cyan robe, I think you would be hitting a little bit less than that. Cool. All right, so I think we're gonna continue on this tomorrow. I'm kind of like beginning to be hungry, and I think Garnet's gonna come home any moment, probably with our son. So I don't want to mind them, nor do I want to stop whatever I'm doing then. So I'm just gonna go ahead and push these. Why do I have these? Oh, never mind. So let's change this. Changed scripts folder name into scripts for easier usage. Added a new scene for testing. Created a bunch of logic and UI elements to test out player versus player armor and weapon usage and numbers. Hey Spectral, thank you so much. Thank you. I think this was very helpful. I think the final numbers that we have for the balance has to happen in like Excel. I think we gotta be mindful about the design, and then use the numbers of kind of like feedback if we succeeded. I don't think we were ever gonna find like the final truth just by like running the numbers there. I think we need to like be mindful about what the stat changes does, and if that reflects the kind of outcome that I want to achieve. Because there's a couple things that I want to achieve. One of them is that so if you have cyan weapon against cyan armor, you should like hit through the armor. I think that's what it's supposed to be. So if you have like same level weapon versus same level armor, you should be hitting through that armor, but it should also reduce the damage you do quite significantly. But then if you got like one level better weapon versus the defender's armor, then you're gonna be hitting through it, and you're not gonna be that much affected by the, you know, the dampening or whatever. So yeah. Then I also want like if you go like fully naked, so you have like no armor, you're gonna like get hit harder. So it is the armor plays a role, so that needs to be a thing. And yeah, hey guys, I think we're gonna raid Annikaro. Annikaro raided us a couple days ago, so let's return the favor. Let's go say hi to Annikaro. They are playing Marvel Rivals there. Guys, I hope you liked the stream. Thank you so much for the follow. So we get some follows and subs, and the things are looking good. We're gonna continue tomorrow. We got some numbers to think about, and then we got the dedicated server to handle. I might work on that on my own today, late at night, maybe. I don't know. Going good. Yeah, this is very good stuff. Thank you, Shage. And yeah, see you tomorrow, 10 to 11 a.m. Finish time. This is gonna be good. Bye-bye.